to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I really appreciate you guys a whole lot for subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you are new to Stylish Naija YouTube channel, I would appreciate if you hit on the subscribe button and then hit on the notification bell also. Okay, so let's just get started. Today I'm going to be showing you how to, I will name it center placket dress, so you can see the picture of this beautiful dress up there. That's what I'm going to show you how to actually achieve. The essence of this video is the middle placket, how to achieve that split that you see at the center. Simple and easy. And then for the sleeve, I'm not going to be doing it on this video because I already have it on my channel, so I'll drop the link on the description box. That's the pencil and balloon sleeve. In case you don't know how to do it, I'll drop the link for you so you could watch it and then be able to do that sleeve. So if you want to register for my online classes, so you can see my number scrolling through the screen, just send me a message on WhatsApp. I have a new class which is a trouser and a jumpsuit class, so you could enroll for that class. And then I have a corset class for those that want to learn how to sew a perfect corset. And then I have a ready to wear class also for those that want to go into the ready to wear business, how to size your dresses, how to finish them perfectly. I have an intermediate class and then the beginners class. Just send me a message. So the classes for this month are going to be resuming very soon. Let's get started, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to just make a basic dress. That's a basic gown. So I'm going to, let's just draft it from the beginning. So the first thing we are going to do, let's measure the length for those of you that don't know how to do this. So my fabric is folded into two. Let's just make use of 33. Cut out the excess like this. And then the next thing we're going to do, let's add all of our measurements. So we're using the biggest part of our measurements. The hip that we're going to use, we're going to make use of 35 for the hip. So you divide into two. Divide it into 4 and then add about 4 inches allowance. So that you now fold your fabric that way. So the first measurement here, we'll measure the bust line. And then we'll measure the waist. And then you measure the hip. And then the full length. So between the waist and the hip, you can make use of about between 8 and 9 inches. So the next thing we're going to do now, for the neckline, for this kind of dress, what you're going to do, the neckline is not going to, normally neckline you could use between 3 to 3.5 inches, but for this you are going to put that pleat that is going to be at the center, you are going to put it into consideration when drafting this neckline. So for this we're going to mark about 2.5 inches or 2 inches, depends on how big you want the placket to be. So now let's make use of 2.5 inches. So you are going to make sure you are going to really put this into consideration before you start the neckline. So that is, it's going to run through the center, through the whole dress, because you see that it runs from the top to the down. So you put this, so the neckline measurement now is going to start from here. I just want you to note this whole measurement is going to start from this side. So now we're going to, you can use 2 inches, depends on how big you want it to be. So now we're going to mark out the neckline for this dress. So this is the neckline. So let's make use of our 3.5. So I've marked the 3.5 from this point now. And then from here, I'm just going to, okay, let's leave the neckline out. Let's do it simple. So from this line, that's where we're going to start all of our measurement. Let's measure our shoulder measurement. So the shoulder that we're using is 15, which is 7.5. This is the shoulder. You mark it like this, add 1 inch allowance to it, and then from this point we'll mark out the armhole. So I'm just using my free hand for this video. So just mark it out like this. And then, so this is our shoulder measurement. Now I've not added the neckline, so just, I hope you understand. Let me just explain it again. This is what is going to be our placket. That's that pleat at the center. So I used 2.5 inches. So you see it, I used 2.5 inches. So you measure the 2.5 inches. The fabric is folded into two, and then draw a line, because it's going to run from the top to the down. Draw a line from the top to the bottom, and then from the line, now that's where you now start putting your original measurement. So from this line now, we have marked out our shoulder line, and then we have drawn our armhole. So now our bust measurement, now you are now going to, because this place is going to be closed, so now you are now going to mark the bust measurement. You divide your bust into 4, and then add your allowance. So I'm just going to do with what I have. And then the next measurement, the waist measurement, you divide your waist measurement also into 4, and then you add your allowance like that also. And then for the hip also, you divide your hip measurement into 4, and then you add, and just use your applicable measurement. Make use of your own measurement. You add it, that's 32 for hip, and then you add your allowance, and then you create out your hip like so. Just create it like that. Then the next thing you are going to do for the down part, you see it is like a pencil gown. You are just going to subtract maybe 2 inches from your hip measurement like this, and then you just slant it into this point. Today is really freehand.com. You don't even make use of any ruler. So now we're going to cut. So for the back, you are just going to cut the back like your regular and bodice. The placket does not apply to the back. So you can see our gown, you see the shape, it is looking beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to add our neckline now. So I now came back to the neckline. So the neckline, you come to this point, we said we're using 3.5 width. So this is the 3.5. And then the depth, so I'm just leaving like half of an inch on top here that I'm going to use to close the shoulder. So remember your shoulder slope. We're going to slope our shoulder. Just remember the shoulder slope like this. And then we mark the 3.5, and then how deep you actually want your neckline to be, you mark it. So let's make use of about 3 inches. That's 3 inches depth. We'll just mark it like this. So for this now, you mark it now, let it come into the placket area. So you see it. So we're going to cut it out. It is really simple and easy. You cut it out like this now, and then you slope it. So the next thing now, we're going to go and sew. So it is really simple. So I'm almost done with the tutorial. Like I told you, for the sleeve, I have it on my channel. So you can also follow me on all of my various social media platforms. On Instagram, Stylish Naija, Facebook, Stylish Naija, and then Pinterest, Stylish Naija. All of these social media platforms, I have, I normally drop notifications of my videos there. So in case you miss it out here on YouTube, you can follow on those platforms and you still get notified. So follow me, and just follow me. So we are done. So the next thing we're going to do now, this point like this, you're just going to put a notch here like this. And then we're going to put a notch here like this. So I want you to note this dress, when you are sewing your placket, you are going to sew it on the right side, not the wrong side of your fabric. So for the essence of this tutorial, because this is like a rough and fabric, I'm going to go and stitch it. Now what you do now, you take it to my machine. I'm going to stitch it like this along this line, and then come back and show you what's next. So you see, I finished stitching, so I'm just going to cut out the thread, and then here is what we have. So you see how it is looking so funny. The next thing now, you are just going to take it like this now. That was why I said 2.5. 2.5 will help you. You have enough. You see how I'm putting my hand like this now. I'm just trying to pull it out like this now. You see how easy it is to achieve this. You pull it out like this. So the next thing, I'm just going to take it, make sure that it is on the center, or else it will be looking so rough. I'm just trying to straighten it out nicely. So the next thing, I'm just going to take it to my ironing table, and then I'm going to iron it down like this. So you see how beautiful it is looking. So I'll iron it down and then come back and show you the final look, how it is looking. Okay, so at the end of the day, you see what we have. It is looking so beautiful. So I hope you can see it. I'm just going to bring it so close so you see the center. So you see the neckline, the width of our neckline is in place. It is not too wide, it's just normal. So you see how the middle is looking. If you are making this, if it is a half cut, you are just going to make it on the bodies and then make it on the skirt also, and then join both of them together when joining. So I'm going to turn the back, so you see the way the back is looking so clean and neat. So that's just very simple way of adding. So I'm just going to open so you see it. So thank you so much. If you find this video helpful, I would appreciate if you hit on the like button to make me know you appreciate what I did. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video. God bless you. Let me give you small.